She has fans. The fans was the only one who was surprised. Everybody else with a normal functioning brain cells, we're all laughing. We're all laughing and eye rolling because it's actually quite comical, right? And we're making fun of you over there, fans. Look at me, so judgy. You thought she would go away that easily? Then you don't know narcissist. No, she's not going to go away. Listen, she's going to represent herself. What, Alistair? What are you talking about? Please, nobody can do a better job than her at defending herself, according to her, of course. You know, she's smarter than the lawyer. She's smarter than the judge. She's smarter than you and me and our mamas combined. She's smarter than God, darling. Right? So, Miss Boone over there has something to say. And so does her fans. Ooh, wrong pipe. Listen, before we start, consider dropping me a like if you haven't done so. And if you haven't done so, subscribe. Oh, that was terrible. And if you wanted to do more, you have options in the description below. Listen, okay? Oh, and criminals, come here. Come here, criminals. Let me tell you something, criminals, okay? Let me show you who and what not to do and be. Don't be an idiot that you already are, all right? Come on. If you're new here, I'm Alistair Nzekio, and this is just my point of view. Let's get started.
Judge, I've obviously not seen the letter. Ms. Boone is correct. She has walked out of the last 2 visits when I've tried to review things with her. Just so the court knows, I've spent probably 20 hours, a little bit more, a little bit less, with Ms. Boone. She has lots of lists, lots of questions. In reviewing the court file, she was distressed previously about having access to her lawyers. I have taken collect phone calls from her that are at my expense. JAC doesn't reimburse you because I think it's important for clients to have access. I have spent...
Hang on, please. No one's interrupted you this morning, Ms. Boone.
As I said, I've spent over 20 hours going through her questions, going through her lists. When I tried to update her with regard to the depositions that I took recently, she opted to exit the jail conference. When I tried to review some things with regard to discovery as to things I wanted to make sure she was aware of, she walked out. She has asked me repeatedly for a copy of some medical records. Based on the discovery I got from the previous attorneys, one of the copies of those medical records had her handwritten notes. So she had a copy given to her previously. She'd reviewed them with previous attorneys. I sent her a new copy. Some of the things that she thinks are important from a lawyer perspective, perhaps I don't attach the same importance to, and you try to explain that to a client. You know, I know the court's in a difficult position, but at this point, we're at that impasse of, if she walks out of every conference that I have with her, I'm not sure what that says about the attorney-client relationship.
Ma'am, you said there was something else that you had other than a 58-page submittal or letter.
Listen, 58-page letter, honey, who's going to read that? Okay, let's focus. First of all, let me be very clear with what the lawyer specifically said. I mean, we all have a brain and 2 cells that rub together, except her fans. But anyway, simple as that. Sarah Boone is not listening to my advice. I'm a lawyer, for God darn sake. You are a citizen. You don't know more than me. 90% of the time. Especially if you're a criminal. Clearly you don't know the law. under arrest, under arrest. Anyway, I'm a lawyer with curly blonde hair. Let me tell you something about the law. Just because Sarah Boone wants a certain narrative or specificities, it does not make it law. It does not make it right. And understand, lawyers is not your friend. The lawyer is not your friend. The lawyer is not your friend. The lawyer is not there like having a cup of tea. Hi, darling. Hi. You having a good day today? Tell me about the weather. No, unless you want to pay him for that. You want to give me free money? I'll take it. But no, this is tax dollars. There's I'm here for work. My Sarah Boone, have several seats. Let's talk about your defense. What do you want? You want to go outside and walk free and take a shower and have a nice cup of tea and have a glass of wine? No, that's not going to happen, because that's essentially what the lawyer is telling us, that Sarah Boone is not responsive to her counsel because she's not hearing what Sarah Boone wants to hear. And what Sarah Boone wants to hear is what? What do you think she wants to hear? How are you going to get me free? How do I get out of here? I can't? What do you mean? What? No, I'm leaving. Please. One-on-one together. This is why I love the law for narcissists. This is why I love the law for narcissists, because they really are stupid in the eyes of the law. But in the real world, this works. I cursed. Is it early enough in the video? 10 minutes in. Oh God, no, that's not early enough. Oh, I think I just made the mark. Because 7 minutes, you gotta be right. Within the first 7 minutes, you gotta be an angel. Then you can somewhat be kind of devil later on. But 10 minutes too early. I have to bleep that. I have to bleep that word. Anyway. 58 page. 58 page. Oh, Governor DeSantis, can you please pardon her just to get her over with? No, she's dangerous. No. She's dangerous. She's going to allegedly kill the next person she meets. Hi, fans. Hi, Sarah Boone fans. Oh my God. I'm not writing anything. I don't know why I just did that. No. I have to stay focused. Listen to what Sarah Boone has to say, because that's the gist of what the lawyer with the blonde hair was saying. Like, Judge, get me out of here, please. Get me out of here. Oh, I cracked myself up because I'm not wrong. All right.
Ma'am, you said there was something else that you had other than a 58-page submittal or letter. What other information is it that you're seeking to have me take a look at?
It's things that I've been working on in the meantime. It's things that she likes to tell me is not necessary, but I know for a fact it is necessary. She likes to, in quotes, put things to rest all the time and constantly tells me I'm not having this conversation with you. So I'm not going to waste my time, and I, being in jail, have supposedly abundant amounts of. She's not going to waste my time because she's not going to explain something to me. And I have taken it upon myself to explain it to myself because she refuses to do so. I don't understand what it is that she has against me. I have told her from day one that her snotty attitude was inappropriate, and I try very hard to bear with her and her attitude. I don't know what it is that I'm doing wrong to her, but I feel that her attitude has equaled prejudice, which is not in my favor, especially considering she supposedly represented my life.
Okay. Give me an example of, if you could, of items that you believe are important Ms. Catchman is not giving attention to or dismissing as you may have framed it.
So I want to pause at that particular part, because the judge is saying, give me an example, show me an example. And this is why in court of law, narcissists crumble, because you have to go there with factual stuff. All right, ma'am, show me. And they usually, most of the time, have nothing to show. So in real life, PSA, anybody you suspect to be one of them, stop asking questions. Why, where, who, what time, when. Keep track of it and make them accountable for it. Watch. Because someone who's truthful will tell you, what time is it? 6? Where are we going? Nowhere. Right? There's no manigance. There's no manigance, as we say in French. There's no like whoop-de-doop, whoop-de-doop. There's no circles. It goes straight to the point, right? There's no left and right turn. But listen, anyway, listen to what Sarah Boone just said. She said, this lawyer is snotty. This B is snotty to me because she's telling me, Sarah Boone, she's telling me that the information I have is not necessary. And I know it's necessary for a fact. No wonder she's snotty. Out of your mind. I am a lawyer. I have the bar exam. And I'll keep that bar exam, by the way, I think. I have the bar exam. I deal with paperwork all day. And I have to sit there and get in the car, driving traffic over there in Florida, and deal with other criminals other than you. Who are you to tell me who the hell I is? You must be out your mind, woman. You know, yeah, I would be snotty too. I'll be more than snotty. Matter of fact, I'd be like, I quit. Yeah, no, I'm playing. But you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, of course. And then she had the audacity to say, waste my time. Honey, the lawyer, oh, girl. I wonder what Mr. Bankowitz is thinking. Mr. Bankowitz, you remember? I wonder what Mr. Bankowitz, Bankowitz is like, ooh, my bag. Oh, thank God, I don't have to deal with her anymore. Right? Anyway, so then she complains about like the lawyer is not explaining anything to me, and I have to go there and explain stuff to myself on my own time. Fine. Whatever. And by the way, to anybody who might have the inclination and the idea that she's being mistreated, at this point, she's not being mistreated. She's annoying as hell, and she's abusing the system. Let me tell you something about taking advantage of people's kindness in terms of understanding. You could complain for a short amount of time. People will be sympathetic, but too much complaining, then you become the idiot.
She likes to tell me that I don't like her answers. She's not giving me any answers to this. I've written 3 pages worth of questions, but I'm still waiting for her and any other attorney to actually answer for me, such as, why can't I have a bond? Why can't I have a download of my phone? Why can't I speak to my investigator? Why can't I have my medical records? Why can't I fully utilize my constitutional rights? There's 3 pages worth of questions that I have.
What constitutional rights specifically?
I'm very leery about having a fair trial at this point. There's a handful of other amendments that I have been researching and working on and trying to incorporate. To me, what I have written to you is obvious, and apparently from...
So let me stop it right there, right? Okay, let me be serious, Alistair, for a few seconds. Because what's important here in her answer is that she didn't give you an answer. She went in circles. When someone speaks to you about something important, whether it's according to them or according to whoever it is, pay attention. Listen to every single word that come out. And when a question is given, the question needs to be answered. Not in circles, not indirectly, a direct answer. What color is the sky? Blue. Well, if it's overcasted, then maybe it's somewhat kind of gray. And if it's like really sunny, then it's a little bit like yellow. Get out of here with this mess. All right? A question is asked. We are smart enough to understand the intent of the question. Give me an answer. When someone doesn't give you a direct answer, there is something there. 2 things usually occurs. The first one is they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So in the cabeza, it's blank. All right? The second thing that occurs when you get like is because they are thinking of what you are thinking and where you're going with your questioning, and they're trying to be ahead of the curve. Which frankly, it's a skill. To guess someone's intentions, it's a skill. You don't learn that overnight. So most likely the person will do a bad job. So the fact that the judge asked her a very simple question. What do you mean? What are some of the stuff that you think we thought was violated? What constitutional rights? Really? Because you spent you have 3 pages worth of questions, and you spent over Okay, she didn't say the time, but she spent all your time researching and learning to yourself what you deemed was unfair. Yet you cannot come up with an answer? Please, you are out of your league. You think you're smart. Listen, kids, stay in school. I'm telling you, stay in school, because you're not going to walk around like that thinking everybody else you meet are stupid as you. Because let me tell you something, when you walk into certain spaces, you have no idea of the level of intellect you're going to deal with. This woman, this poor little girl, is in over her head. She's probably the only one there with an IQ of a 2-year-old. Even they are smarter. But here's the thing. That stupidity works in real life. It just doesn't work in court. Irritating. Irritating. It's insulting. Insulting. Insulting to what? So many things. If I keep talking, I get canceled. I'm playing. I'm completely playing and having a good time. Hi, everybody. Hi, new guys. Look, if you got to this point, thank you so much. Like, subscribe. I love you for watching. I like you so much for watching. I hope you are distracted. What was that? I have no idea. Look, leave me alone. Let's press play.
And apparently from the correspondence that I get from the world, South Korea was the last place that I received correspondence. They obviously see the same thing. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong other than wanting to have a very successful outcome. It's just been long and drawn out, and I believe that God obviously will consider me as much as I do him in order for him to give me this very unique adventure that I am on, and I'm doing my best to let everyone know who I really am as opposed to the malicious murderer that everyone thinks that I am. I don't feel that she can do that properly. I still always, the reason why I'm here is hope. Is to hope that she will come in with a gentle, softer side and actually listen to what it is that I'm saying and see the bigger picture other than what one avenue that she keeps going down. There's other ways to win and in more than one way. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not saying that I'm trying to remove her. I'm just trying to ask you, please, forgive me for having to ask you for this. If you could please let her know, please, to just be nice to me and have a welcoming attitude, and things will probably change, and I will not get up and I walk out. Please don't lie to me. Please don't give me half-truths. And
what instances where there's been falsities or lies that have been told to you by Ms. Cashman? Can you give me an example?
My biggest one, Your Honor, is for me being here ongoing 5 years, no one has ever bothered to try to get me a bond.
What's the lie?
No, I'm heated, not because of the fans of South Korea. I'm heated by her pompousness. The idea of, I didn't take my meds today. I'm playing. South Korea, I get back on you a little bit. Look, I get back on the international fans a little bit, okay? 1 second. I wrote a storm. Let's go.
You said that she has lied to you. What is the lie?
The process of getting a bond. She lied to my brother in regards to telling him that he would need to come down to the courthouse to have multiple photographs taken for documentation. He would have to bring the security information, deeds to his house.
The process of getting a bond. Let me tell you something, what that is a false sense of an answer. Because this woman is very attentive. She knew exactly what the question was. She didn't answer the first time. In the process of the judge being like, oh, wait a minute, now I ask you, what's the lie? You don't think she was thinking in between? No, she thought of something in the meantime. That means there was nothing in the forefront of her head, of a cabeza, to come up with something substantially important. Let me digress a little bit to some of the frantic notes here I took, okay? Number one, she calls her little debacle an adventure. Excuse me? Someone is dead. That's your adventure? That's your adventure? I'm going back to the people with South Korea. Hey, someone is dead. And anybody who's international with like, oh my God, the girl, Americans are so crude in their politics. Please, someone is dead. So suck a lemon and have several MFing seats. You must be at your mind if you think you have some credible leg to stand on. The next thing is I don't want to be thought as a malicious murderer. So what are you? What are you? What are you? What are you? Oh my God. Oh my God. Becky, I'm having so much fun. What are you then? If you're not a malicious murderer, what the hell are you? Because you don't think this was malicious? Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, let me remind everybody. You know, someone was in there begging for their lives. Hey, international community. By the way, it's a complete lie. I don't think it's people from South Korea writing to her. It's all a lie because there's no way to vet this. So I just vented my anger out of them, but it was directed out of her audaciousness to think that we are stupid. Nobody international is writing to her. No one over there overseas is caring about what this woman over there is doing. Out of everything going on in the world, especially now with the whole politics situation, you think you, Sarah Boone, is more important than the guy over there? More important than the convicted felon? You must be out of your mind. You're not that important, girl. Have several seats. So no, there's no international fan mail. She just said that to appear more important. I can rewrite through this mess. Nobody cares about you, man. But let's just assume someone did. International people, have several seats and go suck a lemon, okay? Anyway. Then she goes on and she goes like, nobody's listening to me. It's because you're not hearing what you want to hear. That's why. This girl is really annoying the hell out of me. I tell you what really irks me a lot. And you know what? She doesn't have international fans. Get out of here. No, but she has national fans. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Mais qui vous êtes? Qui êtes-vous? Qu'est-ce qui se passe ici dans ce monde? Listen, in this world of mine, look, in this world that we live in, the world is completely upside down. All right? Upside down. Childcare is off the roof. People can't afford nothing these days. Look at me going. And then this is what you care about. Some random murderess, allegedly, who murdered someone in a suitcase, allegedly, begging for their life, allegedly, complaining that her lawyer is not being nice to her. While this person here was begging for her. Where was her niceness? Where was her niceness? And this is what I say, her fans. Where is critical thinking? I'm having second thought about you all, fans. Where is your critical thinking? Let's just assume you love this girl to death, brother of Sarah Boone. You love her to death. Where is the critical thinking? Oh my God, sister, what do you mean? What you do? What you do? What's going on? You follow people blindly like that without thinking about, oh yeah? So she tells you jump, what you do? You jump? I don't understand. I'm gonna go in the editing. I don't understand. What is that, right? Look at me getting so angry. You know what time it is? It's 1 p.m. I have 3 hours before the baby gets here, and I solved so many problems today. You have no idea. Listen, I'm probably heated because I just came out from a meeting. Not a meeting. I came out from solving a problem. Oh, anyway. Tangent. Big tangent. I'm over chapping. I'm not even want to do chap. Over tangent? Okay. Let's continue.
And then it turns into all these other different stories of why she won't do or why she has said certain things. It always changes and it mutates after I ask her for certain things, not just for the bond, but for other things also.
Okay, well, let's focus on the bond issue because you said that she's lied to you, and what you've told me so far, none of that is inaccurate.
So how is it though, because I don't have any experience prior to this, I don't know the process of getting a bond other than what I have read, and it's just for her to do a bond, a motion for a bond hearing. But I didn't know that anyone, all of the other inmates, even officers, have ever said that they've had to do that process in order to have photographs taken and documented and news crews and visit to his house. He's not posting my bond, which I told her a million and one times, but she still spooked him by asking by him something that he's going to have to, and it would threaten his security clearance considering he's in the service, the military. So she totally deterred me from having my brother's address in order for me to have a motion for a bond. No one else has even bothered to even ask me for one, and I will be honest with you and the court. I know for a fact with however sky high my limit would be for my bond to receive, I know for a fact unless my fans would set up GoFundMe pages or God's will or however else it is he planned on for me to have it paid, if at all, my point is to utilize my rights to have a bond. And with the information I have included in here to you, for the amount of saturation of publicity there's nowhere that I could go, even if I were to be at, in quotes, flight risk, because of the amount of information that everybody already knows about me, what I look like, and what I eat, apparently, and so many other things. There's nowhere I could go if I were to even think about being a flight risk. It's just the fact that I would like, please, to have a bond so I can say that I actually achieved something.
She volunteered a lot of information in this. And I know, people like to walk around and think that they are special in terms of like, oh, not me. I do stuff because I'm this. Listen, at the very core, we're all very primal. She mentioned originally that there is over 33 pages of questions. And out of those questions, this lawyer has yet to answer really any one of them adequately. Out of those 33 pages of questions, she harps and focuses on one specifically, but that's after the judge had to ask many times, what is this lie? What is this thing that you are not getting from your lawyer? Out of all of it, she chose the bond. Out of everything that could help her case, is her bond. She's equating the bond to having and not having a fair trial. Pay attention, listen. Bond, fair or not fair trial. Then, like a typical liar, she volunteers information. If you notice, the judge is not interrupting. The judge is very silent and listening, which is what I say. In my real life, I don't talk. I listen because people would just vomit. People who have devious intentions or people, they just vomit. People vomit. What I do right now, they vomit. Except I have nothing to hide. She doesn't stop there. And she doesn't stop there because in her mind, she's thinking, oh, what is a judge thinking? Oh, wait, maybe is he thinking what I really want to do? Or is he thinking, what is he thinking? How do I get more into his head? Let me just add on more information. So she adds more. And what does she add to that bond? Oh, you know what? It's not that I could afford it. So chances are I'm not going to make the bond. So then it makes you ask yourself, all right, so then why is the bond such a big deal? You have this one opportunity to speak to me here, the judge, but you're picking an option that's not really an option that is even available for you, an option that you can even afford to do. So why that option? But wait, she doesn't stop there. It's not that I could afford it. Unless my fans make a GoFundMe. The way she said that, because so you have to pay attention to how the person speaks. The way she said that, she said it very unsurely. Meaning, please, those fans ain't got no money. Nobody's going to go there. None of those fans is going to put some dollars back where their big mouths are. So no, chances are there's not going to be a GoFundMe, and she knows that. She knows that. Whatever internal details may be, she knows that. So then what does she add? It's not like I'm going to be a flat risk because I'm very well known. To me, that's a lot of steps to get to a very specific conclusion/determination. Do you think I'm a flat risk? I mean, we could have skipped all the steps. You could have simply asked that. But no, the reason why is because there's a devious intention. She's doing loopy-loops to get to that simple question. I'm not a flat risk, so give me a bond. No. That's precisely why I wouldn't give you a bond. If I was sitting on the other end and I heard all this, my mind would go straight to, you want to fly. You want to be a flat risk. Listen, it's not that difficult to be a flat risk. Just because you're big and famous, you could just live in the jungle for X amount of days. You could be a flat risk. You could stay inside your home and never leave the house. Please, I love doing that. I could stay in the house all day, but I got a job. But it's so shady. I'm such a bitch. But no, listen. My brain captures that. So if I was a judge, I don't know what the laws and the regulation there, because I'm not a criminal, okay? I don't need to know all that. And I will hire a lawyer to do all this mess. But I will not give you a bond. There's a reason why you don't have a bond. I don't know. They're smarter than us, and they know this more than me combined. And I'm sure your lawyer told you don't have a bond for XYZ. Maybe you didn't pay attention. Maybe you signed a paper you didn't pay attention to. I don't know what the hell's going on. But the simple answer is you don't have a bond. You'd be complaining about a bond for 33 pages. You would think they will give you a bond, but no, absolutely not, because they think you don't deserve a bond for whatever reason it may be, and obviously it's like illegal and right. Oh. All right. Ooh, what a tough day today was. Oh my God. At least the problem solved. More. Oh, my life. It's okay, I asked for it. Please. Whose fault is it but mine? It's nobody else's fault. Let's continue.
House, what it said was, Minnie's been in the courtroom for all the hearings, and it's likely that they would be there for the bond hearing, and that your face could be on the television, and it was a concern for him. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But Judge, I can't spend all my time defending what I'm doing and at the same time be effectively preparing a case for trial. In these situations, I know it puts the court in a very difficult position. As I see it, Ms. Boone has a couple options. Number one, she can ask you to represent herself. Okay. She has the right to. You have a Feretta hearing and determine whether she's capable. The court then has to address the issue of whether it's appropriate to appoint standby counsel. Obviously, since she believes not a word that I say after 40 years of doing criminal defense, okay, I'm probably not the right lawyer for that. Okay. The other thing is she gets one last lawyer and either works or it doesn't. And sometimes, unfortunately, the court gets put in a position that you have to have that conversation with a client that you don't. If you want your counsel of choice, then you need to hire your counsel of choice, okay, and everyone can certainly do that. And if you're indigent, the court can only go through this so many times with Miss Boone coming to the court, and there ending up being irreconcilable differences, such that the counsel that you have appointed can't move forward and provide effective assistance to counsel.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm inclined to go ahead and figure out.
Listen, let me tell you what indigent means for those who don't know. Indigent means you're so broke, you're broke then broke. You're brokety, broke, okay? Indigent means you're so broke you can't feed yourself, all right? That's what indigent mean. So to the access of court, they can't even throw her out because her constitutional right is she's the right to have counsel, Sarah Boone, you see? They're respecting your constitutional right. Let me tell you something. This lawyer has had it. This lawyer is not even interested. She's telling the judge, she's like, listen, buddy, in a legal mumbo jumbo way, I like you and all, and I like her and all. We're all human. I'm busy. I got a 401k to fund. I got a retirement plan to manage. I got kids to feed, niece and nephews to provide for. I don't have time to deal with an ingrate and an indigent female dog. I don't have time for that. I went to school for 4 years. I'm a damn lawyer. Do you know who I is? I'm just saying. No, I'm not interested. I quit. And I'm too busy. The lawyer is like, why did I take the job? I don't think she has a choice. Anyway, she had the choice. So she's like, either have her represent herself or leave me the F alone, all right? Look, it's hot. It's in Florida. It's hot. It's hot outside. And the summer's almost here. Honey, I need to be in my bathing suit. Doing things, I'm having too much fun. Look at the time. It's 1:26. I can't be here all day. Anyway, so, the judge is like, all right, fine, I hear you. Wink, 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 wink. I hear you. I got you. Yeah, let's figure this out. Sarah Boone.
First full week of August, and it starts again on the last full week of August. So we could set it then but I know that you have trial case management with Judge Marquez on the 20th or the 21st of June, which may impact that. So,
And I have a trial certain with Judge Harris August 5th, and
as do I.
Easy.
August seems a bit difficult for me.
For a week for Mr. Rupp. Boone, is there anything else you need to bring to my attention at this time?
I'm grateful for your time. I forgive you for having to utilize it. But I really do hope that you can review thoroughly what it is that I'm asking for from my attorney who's supposed to be representing me for the trial that's supposedly happening in October, late September. So if you could please, I don't understand how I'm supposed to be able to go into a trial when I don't have what it is to properly defend myself.
Ma'am, I've asked for your submittals. I will be reviewing them. All right, thank you. All right, y'all, thank you very much. Have a great day.
This moment when she's trying to get eye contact with the lawyer, you could tell the lawyer did not make eye contact with her because she's done it like this. She looked up, looked down, looked up, looked down, looked up, and looked down. So she looked up with a smile. She's trying to reconnect the rapport and almost saying like, hey girl, I didn't mean it like that, okay? It's a manipulation. It's a manipulating technique. It's almost like to say like, no hard feelings, right? And if you go back to the beginning, she said, Judge, can you please tell her to just be nice to me? I'm not asking you to dismiss her. Just tell her to be nice to me. That's all. That's all. It's a manipulating aspect. It's a gaslighting tool. It's like in a relationship, maybe the husband is like, or the wife is like, the spouse is like, oh my God, you cooked it with lettuce as opposed to cabbage. But it tastes good, right? Like, dude, I just cooked you dinner. What's mean? Who cares what I cooked it with? You better eat it, right? It's like that. It's like that. It's like, oh no, I mean, I'm just saying, thanks for the dinner, but it's lettuce, not cabbage. Anyway, you're smart enough to understand the details, right? But that's what she's trying to portray here because she knows exactly what's going to come up next. And what came up next? Motion of dismissal. The lawyer was like, I quit. What happened? Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Well, I think it happened 3 times in my career here. Happened 3 times in my career on this show where my gimbal died. Well, let's go straight to my, that's my baby over there. That's my little daughter. The girl who would deal with all my antics. And that's my mess over here. Yeah. And who cares? What a disaster. Anyway, so let's go straight to my final thought. Any final thought for this girl? No, she's going to stay in jail. Yeah. Look, by the time she finally gets to trial, my daughter will be 18 years old. Shaking her booty. All the boys chasing her, and I'd be like, get away from her! Get away from her! Get away! My daughter's boyfriend has to deal with 2 dads. Can you believe this? I don't know. Yeah, do heteros care? I don't think they care. It's going to be a new world anyway, so they wouldn't give a crap. And one of the dads is black and loud. My son-in-law will be... Son-in-law? Yeah. Look at me thinking so far. She's only 2, yo. I don't know what's wrong. Oh, my arm. Wait. Oh, my arm. Oh. And look, and I work out. Okay, look. Wait, hold on. Sorry. What else are I going to talk about? No, that's it. Look, she's going to represent herself pro se, and whatever your name is. She's going to be the new Dara Brooke, the white female version. Oh, with a good hair. She does have nice hair. And sober. Look, this is her sober. Can you imagine her drunk? Or drunken? Or annoying? I can't even imagine, right? Are we going to have a less talk? Because my I cannot do this with it. Let's talk. My arm. I can't believe this died. Do I not take care of you enough? How dare you? Oh, sorry about my rant earlier. Look, sometimes when I record, it's literally my day's moving. I'm sweating already. Usually I'm freezing here. It's because I was outside screaming and yelling at people. Found the problem. What do you mean? Electricity is not working. You know how hard it is today? Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Okay, Mr. Nziki, okay. No, I wasn't saying like that. I was being a little nicer than that. Oh, we had a let's talk. Fine, let's talk. And, like, subscribe. Oh, what a mess. The thing about these when I do messy shows, I'm not editing that out. Are you out of your mind? Do you know how hard it is to edit? I don't think you understand. This is why I'm so glad that I've created a full-fledged life before I became an influencer. Before I became a content creator, because I can totally see how that can like mess up someone's head. Sorry, it's tilted, but my arm is hurting. I can see how that can mess up someone's head. Can you imagine like your whole identity revolves around likes and views? Talk about depression, darling. I'm so glad I am a grown-ass man, and all my formative depressive years, 18 and on, are behind me. I would be a complete wreck. I feel bad for the kids these days. Like, they really depend on the likes and the views. Like, that really sends them home depressed. You see, I have too many problems to be depressed about likes and views. I have too many problems. Too many problems. No, and I got a kid to feed. School to pay for. You know, Olympia school career starts next year. September is the application. She's going to the French school. Yo, please, be quiet, okay? How am I supposed to teach her French? At home? No, she needs to understand the grammar. I'm in America. There's, like, school system. She has to go to a French school. That's not free. I want her to speak French. She can't learn it at home. She needs to learn the nuances, the grammaire, conjugaison. They teach her math and stuff like that, right? Someone has to pay for that. Who's going to pay for that? I got to pay for it. You know what I mean? It starts next year. So this year, September, is the application. And, the application process is so interesting. So you go like this, right? You go, of course, it's in français. So, of course, I understand French, right? French. But, honey, she has to be accepted. There's a qualification. I'm like, she's only 2 years old, but that's the thing with the French system. Here's the big thing with the difference between French school and American school. American school is nice and easy. Please, it only equilibrates themselves in college. But American high school, honey, I could do that with my eyes closed. No offense. But the French system, it's almost like they expect your kid to be geniuses when they enter. Your kid is not a genius. You didn't do enough work at home. That's what it is. They expect you, the parent, to do literally 90% of the work at home. Which, when the kid comes to school, they come to school Einstein, knowing good evening, good morning, Einstein. They expect you to speak 60,000 languages, understand the Pythagorean theorem at 2. They expect that. So her application can be denied. Sorry, your kid is not smart enough. And that thing about repeating a class, it's a thing. They will repeat you, and you can only repeat the class 2 times. If you repeat the class 2 times, you're no longer part of the school system. They send you to a trade school. Honey, in France, it's no joke, okay? School is like oh my God, it's stressful. When we came to America, I remember I was like, I can use a calculator. They're like, yeah, here's a calculator. I was like, oh my God. Child cruelty. When I came from, there was no calculator. I had to do cosinus and sinus with no calculator. Tangent. I want you to process this. Okay? No calculator. Scientific calculator. I was like, I can use a scientific calculator? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh cool. Please, I aced that class. It was so easy. Yeah. But then American colleges is hard. So that's when it becomes equivalent to the rest of the world. So kids in high school here in America with transition to college, it's difficult because college is hard. But for us, the Europeans, we start in college. So when we go to college, it's like, oh, it's just another day. It's not, oh, but school is hard. And I said to Christopher, I'm like, listen, my daughter will have no choice but to be an A student. Otherwise, she'll fire her from school. She'll be fired. It's 1:37. You know what else I have to do today? Okay, today I have, so first of all, I have to upload this and edit a little bit out of it. Olympia's birthday is coming up. So we have to get everything ready. It's going to be so many people here. You know, I get somewhat a little anxiety when I have a lot of people in my house. Why? I have so many, like, it's a grown-up house. I have trees and art, darling, and stuff that breaks. And too many people, especially with children, I go, oh my God, please don't break this. My trees, please don't throw the ball over there. Wait, get away from that. Excuse me. No, stop running around there. You know, these children, they don't give a crap about your trees or your art on the wall. Touch and throw stuff away. Yeah, they run around in circles, ripped up your grass. No, my lavender. My fern garden. Oh my God, what are you doing? And they're like, what, Mr. Ezekiel, what? But they're children. They're supposed to do that. You can replace a tree. Don't say that too loud, too often. I'll be mad. But kids are supposed to be stupid and annoying. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's the beauty of having people over, is that as much as I literally lose my marbles, but I enjoy it because it's supposed to be like that. I'm supposed to be a wreck, and kids are supposed to be kids and break a few things. Period. If you don't, that's it. I can always take the wall off the art off the wall and move stuff, which I do. You know, I do. I move stuff like this thing. That's not where it was. When my kids started growing and started touching stuff, this moved. I move stuff around until this done. So, but it's just extra work. And every time when we come back from the party, I go, all right, let's see what the damages are. And then you deal with it. You go with your emotions, but that's part of life, right? Life is about that. You can't go through life expecting things to go your way. Life sucks. The nature of life is just annoying as hell. If you're not annoyed going through life, then you're not living. Goodbye. What an interesting way. My gimbal died. It happened a few times. Oh my God, this nostrils. Look. Hello, everybody. Whoa. We're friends. Get out of here with that. And it's just nostrils. You know what's great? What Chris says? He says, you always have that extra hair in here. Yeah, I do have that extra hair. Oh, there it is. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Oh. I don't know if you could hear that. Oh, Chris is yelling. On who? At the phone? Must be a meeting. It can't be his family member. He's mad. Oh, he's mad. He's mad. I rarely hear my husband scream and be mad, so it must be bad. I can hear someone in the conversation. Oh, okay. I think it's work. He's screaming though. Oh, wow. Goodbye. Come on. We're supposed to be stupid. For a second, I lost where the camera was. It's right there. Come on. We're supposed to be stupid. What? Life is too serious. Can you imagine if you were serious all your freaking life? No, man. Live. Have fun. Gotta go. Bye.